Okay guys, we're going to be fairly quick here. It's still freezing out here in the shop, and I don't want to bore you with too long an explanation, but I thought you might be interested to see this piece. It's another thing made up out of bits and pieces. It's an alignment jig, and if we start from here, we've got one piece of 3/8 heavy plate. We've actually screwed a piece of angle to it. Could have been welded, but for some reason I decided to drill, tap this piece and then just file off. That is what is to go into a vise. Alright, so in the vise that's how it looks, or that way around. Alright, now attached to this main plate are two pieces of 20mm square. Problem here is getting enough light in the right place. 20mm square, yeah, and we've got an 1.5" gap in the middle. And let's come back here. Let's zoom in a little bit. So we've got a weld there, and we got a weld underneath. And this had to be jigged up when it was welded to maintain parallelism and truth on these pieces of 20mm square. On top of each 20mm square is a piece of 1/4 inch by 1/4, yeah. So it's almost like having a larger piece which has been milled out, because it gives us, this gives us a shelf relief. You can see that. So there's the 20 by 20 and then the 1 inch by 1/4 all bolted through. This is all a sandwich here. We've got an angle 2 by 1 5/8 I believe, bolted through that piece of bar into the 20 by 20, and we've got that's basically the same both sides. So what it's for is alignment for any purpose, whether it's welding or anything else where you've got to get two pieces together in alignment. And to show that very briefly, the holes and bolts are positioned such that this bolt and this bolt will close down very close to the back shelf for something which is fairly narrow. And if the workpiece is large, we use these two, and they come down basically in the middle of the 20mm square. This one is just an extra for something larger. We've got plenty of clamping ability, so we can put something in there which is, well, up to about 3/4. We'd even go larger, but it wasn't meant for anything huge. So just to show the basic principle, here's some rough and ready square tube. Let's put that in. Now, I'm not doing this up very tight. Push that to the back. Push that to the back. Let's zoom in a little. So you should be able to see there we've got pretty nice alignment, and when that's, whoops, I haven't done up these bolts, that's the trouble. Now I've left a little gap in the middle. Imagine that we'd made a V in this square tube, and we wanted to weld this together, that we had to join it for some reason. That's one example. The whole piece actually got very corroded. It's been cleaned up because it did have some a bit of soot on it, I seem to remember, from some brazing. Anyway, there we are. Let's zoom back finally. So there it is, just an alignment jig. It's one of those things that comes in handy for things which you didn't even imagine in the first place. Just another example of taking bits and pieces, joining them together and making something up for pretty much general purpose. It's only been used a few times, but when I did use it, it was very handy. I think there's a date on it somewhere. It was made in 1989. Oh gosh, how the years fly. There we go. Just another gizmo or gadget. Thanks for watching.